Winston Churchill. The entire life story. Biography, facts and quotes. A boost of wisdom and inspiration from the legendary British leader. Jesus Glover. Chapter 1. An Ancestry of Leadership. 1. Bloodline of Power. The sky was painted in muted hues of orange and pink as the sun began its descent over the rolling green hills of England. Blenheim Palace, a masterpiece of Baroque architecture, stood as a silent sentinel to centuries of history. It was within these regal walls that the story of Winston Churchill began, woven into a tapestry of lineage and power. Amid the sounds of rustling leaves and distant conversations, a young Winston often sat in the palace's vast library, surrounded by the leather-bound tales of his ancestors. The stories whispered of dukes and duchesses, of power and intrigue. They spoke of John Churchill, the first Duke of Marlborough, whose military genius turned the tides of battles and whose political acumen shaped the very fabric of Europe. It was said that John's victories in the War of the Spanish Succession not only granted him the title of Duke, but also the land where Blenheim Palace was built. As Winston turned the pages, he felt the weight of these ancestral legacies pressing upon him. The lineage of the Churchills was not just one of titles and estates, but of responsibility and expectation. It was a bloodline that pulsed with the fervor of leadership, and young Winston was acutely aware that he was its next steward. His father, Lord Randolph Churchill, was a force to be reckoned with in the political arena. A fiery orator and a shrewd tactician, he moved within the corridors of power with ease. And then there was his mother, Lady Randolph Churchill, an American beauty whose charm and wit captivated the British elite. From her, Winston inherited a spirit of independence and a belief in the power of individual agency. Yet, for all the tales of glory and honor, there were also stories of failure and redemption, of challenges faced and overcome. These stories served as a gentle reminder to Winston that while his bloodline might have set the stage, it would be his choices, his actions, and his indomitable spirit that would determine his legacy. As the sun set, casting long shadows across the library's wooden floors, young Winston closed the book, his mind ablaze with dreams and determination. He knew that the path ahead would not be easy, but he was ready. For he was a Churchill, and within him flowed the blood of leaders. 2. Aristocratic Beginnings. Amidst the vast, sprawling gardens of Blenheim, young Winston Churchill discovered both the splendors and shackles of aristocracy. The grandeur of his ancestral home, with its ornate tapestry.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?